Eddie Simon, a really big welcome to Tonbridge Angels. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now then, let's get this one out of the way first. You're a dentist.
Yes.
You're the first dentist I think we've had down at Tonbridge. There can't be many dentists at all playing at this level.
No, I don't think so. Quite a unique sort of career for same for this sort of level. So yeah, it's something I'm always asked about. But yeah, been doing that for the last sort of 4 or 5 years, and balancing that with football and things. So yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised you always asked about it because it's an incredible combination, isn't it? I mean, presumably did you have aspirations to be a professional footballer and that perhaps didn't quite work out and then you went down the dentistry route?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So when I was sort of 16, realised probably the professional football route might not have been sort of happening. So I had to turn my attentions elsewhere, and went and studied dentistry, and only fell back into non-league sort of age 23, something like that, and then just been going from there. So
And I bet you've heard all the kind of the dentistry puns, so I won't attempt any. But maybe when I'm commentating on a Tonbridge game, one or two might just slip in there. But down to the serious business now. You're at Tonbridge Angels. What brought you here? What was the kind of the sequence of events, Eddie?
yeah, I think this I had a good season last year at Kingstonian, and sort of realised I was probably going to be moving on. And as soon as I spoke to Craig and spoke to me about the project, obviously him coming in here, I know the size of the club, and obviously the league is something that I want to really try and give a go. So that was what attracted me, and I think the style of football that Pitts plays is something that will fit with me, and I think that was a big part of my decision making was the style of play and that sort of thing, and the club size of the club. So
Now everybody loves a goal scorer, and let's not hide your light under a bushel, Eddie. You've got a great goal scoring record. Tell us about your goal scoring record.
yeah, I think for me, it's every team I've been at, I've always been looked at to supply the goals, and last season scored 40 for Kingstonian, which was obviously a good personal achievement. And before that at Walton and Hersham for the last 3-4 years. It's something that I love to do, to score goals, as every striker does. So yeah.
And isn't there an incredible stat that you got a sequence of hat tricks? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so 2 seasons ago set a new British record for most hat tricks in consecutive games, which was, I think it was 4 at the time. So yeah, I don't think that's been broken, which is a nice thing to have. But yeah.
I mean, people talk about strikers having purple patches, but that's an incredible record, isn't it? Tell us about your kind of the art of striking as you see it. What kind of striker are you? Your box player? Do you like to score from outside the box? Tell us about your approach to striking.
Yeah, for me, I think I'm definitely someone who relies heavily on my positioning and like being in the right. Feel like I'm always someone who's in the right place at the right time. But I like to sort of drop in and get involved in play as well. I'm not someone who likes to be out of games for too long. So and then obviously just staying in between the posts and trying to finish as much as I can.
I mean, being in the right place at the right time doesn't happen by luck. That must be some sort of striker's instinct, surely.
Yeah, it's definitely something I've worked on since I was a young kid, and always played at the top end of the pitch. So yeah.
Do you like a battle with centre halves?
Yeah, I mean, I try to sneak away from them when I can, but if it's there to be had, then it's obviously a part of the game. So yeah.
Now let's talk a bit about Tonbridge Angels. Here we are at Longmead. What attracted you to the club and the setup here?
Yeah, I think as soon as I came down to the club and saw the setup and everything like that, it was didn't have to think for too long really. Could see the size of the club. And from watching from afar, obviously I've not been out to this side too many times over the years, but watching from afar I can see it's a club that is doing well and competing in the National League South, and it's a club that I've always looked at. Would have been like a nice thing to play for, and I'm delighted to be here.
And what about the manager, Craig Nelson? Did he sell the club to you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, spoke to a few managers over the course of the summer, and Craig's really stood out to me as someone who fits the style of play that I sort of like to play in, and just the way he sold the club to me and the project. is something that I didn't have to think too long about.
This might be a slightly unfair question, Eddie, but you with such a great goal-scoring record, what would constitute success for you this season, goal-wise?
I think for me, at the start of every season, my target is 20. I think that's. If I ended the season on 20, I wouldn't be too happy about it. But that
wouldn't be too happy about it, even in the National South.
I mean, yeah, going into this season, I said 20 is always the target. If I can try and push on past that, then I think that's a brilliant season. But yeah, 20 would be my target going into every season, really.
Okay, it's going to be a tough league, isn't it? We know the National South has got stronger every single season. Yeah. It's going to be a tough season, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you see by some of the names of the clubs that are in here, half of them being sort of full time and things like that. It's going to be difficult. But looking at the league table last year, Tonbridge obviously finished sort of mid table, and a couple of more wins in there might have pushed them up a few places. So yeah, no doubt we'll be looking to compete in the league, and if we can get as close as we can, and push on to the playoffs, it keeps the season alive for everyone having some playoff spots. So hopefully we won't be too far away from that.
Well, we said everybody loves a striker. We're delighted you're here at Longmead, and we wish you all the best for the coming season, Eddie. It's lovely to meet you.
Thank you
Great
very
to be
much.
here.
Likewise. Cheers. Thank you.